how hospitality education in India began, what was the role played by the UN agencies, and how has the journey been for IHM Mumbai?
Actually, in 1952, it all started.
I am talking about the diploma programs.
I might tell is we are developing people for hospitality industry.
जर्मनी से उनके अलग अलग शहरों के चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स के लोग यहाँ आए हैं
Yes.
ये देखने के लिए कि कैसे हम हॉस्पिटैलिटी में ट्रेनिंग दे रहे हैं।
सर आने वाला 10 साल हॉस्पिटैलिटी और होटल इंडस्ट्री के लिए ही है।
नेशनल काउंसिल नया सिलेबस वगैरह फ्रेम कर रहा है, ये कितना दूरगामी रहेगा, इसके क्या अच्छे और चैलेंजेस क्या रहेंगे इसमें? Welcome audience to this edition of the podcast, and we are at a very opportune moment. The first institution in hospitality management in our country is completing 17 years of glorious presence in the country in 1 week's time. And it is my pleasure at IHM Pusa to be hosting the Principal of Institute of Hotel Management Mumbai in this particular podcast. It's a privilege for me to welcome Mr Nisheeth Srivasatava, the Principal of the legendary IHM Mumbai, or the famously known Dadar Catering College. Mr Srivasatava.
It's my pleasure to be here in the distinguished company of Mr. Pant and IHM Pusa. We are partner, and obviously 1 and 1 become 11. So I'm looking forward more coordination and more cooperation with IHM Pusa also. So we are part of one organization and we are one. That is where we are together.
Very well said. I'm really very enthused by your kind words, Mr. Srivastava. And now, viewers, hospitality has come a long way in our country. Hospitality education also has developed in a big way. There are lot of institutions which are offering degrees and diplomas and various courses in hospitality management. But I think on the 70th milestone of an institution, it is very appropriate to go back and try to learn where all it began. So there is no better person than Mr. Srivastava to tell how hospitality education in India began, what was the role played by the UN agencies, and how has the journey been for IHM Mumbai? Because IHM Mumbai and IHM Pusa, there is who came first. I think both have got a distinction of being the first. IHM Mumbai was the first institution of higher learning to be established in the country, anywhere in the country. And at the same time, IHM Pusa was the first institution to be established by the government of India. So both are associated with being first, but IHM Pusa has completed only 62 years of existence. So they are 8 years ahead of us, and it will be very heartening to learn about the history of hospitality education in this country.
Yes, actually, in 1952, it all started. That time, Mr. K.M. Munshi was the Minister of Agriculture, Union Minister of Agriculture. And United Nations has the program for malnutrition. They wanted to train the people of India on the nutritious diet, nutritious food. And if you see all over Indian, our ethnic Indian cuisine, it is all grain based or cereal based.
Correct.
Vegetables are very less. Like if I talk about Maharashtra, Jhunka Bhakar, if I talk about any other part like Bihar, then Litti Chokha, Rajasthan, if dal bati churma, so all either cereal and grains, no part of vegetables. So to inculcate the habit of eating vegetables in the regular diets, it was all started, and Mrs. Leelavati Munshi and Mrs. Leela Jog and Mrs. Talyar Khan, 3 ladies came together. They form a association, All India Women Association, for creating this awareness. And to create this awareness, they started Annapurna restaurants at 11 places.
All in Mumbai?
Or in Maharashtra, not in
Maharashtra.
Mumbai only.
Okay.
So these Annapurna outlets were giving subsidized food to the masses. Like today we have so many Amma kitchen and all those things. I'm talking about 1952-53 when Annapurna kitchen were started, and that was their job to give subsidized food to the masses, or nutritious food, so that people can become aware of the nutrition. That was the base for the whole thing. To manage these outlets, they wanted manpower. So then we said that if we train people in management of this establishment and Annapurna outlets, they will be trained and they will run it and prepare more people about this. So for that, in the army barracks at Andheri, in Bharati Vidya Bhavan, Mr. K. M. Munshi was one of the promoter for Bharati Vidya Bhavan. So in the army barracks, they started the institute. And to manage the institute, टी बोर्ड ऑफ इंडिया के चेयरमैन जो उस समय थे मिस्टर पीसी राजपाल, उनको प्रिंसिपल बना के लाया गया. एंड कहते हैं द इंस्टीट्यूट स्टार्टेड विद 6 स्टूडेंट्स एंड द नेम ऑफ द इंस्टीट्यूट वाज केप्ट कॉलेज ऑफ कैटरिंग एंड इंस्टीट्यूशनल मैनेजमेंट. राइट. सो when only 6 students, 8 students were being trained, again Dr. Mr. K. Munshi became governor of UP, but still he had lots of influence. So he again approached United Nations. So United Nations AFO, Agriculture, Food and Agriculture, they came into picture and they deputed Mr. Cyril Belfred Smith from UK to India as an advisor to develop this project. So for that, when Mr. Smith came, he that time government of Maharashtra allotted land in Dadar, and since the college name was College of Catering and Institutional Management, and it was in Dadar, so the name of the college became Dadar Catering College. And the Dadar Catering College became the first of its kind in this field. And it is not in India, it is in Asia the number 1 college, first college in hospitality education. Because if you see any Asian, many colleges, so they all started in 70s. But 1952, 50, and the building was made by famous architect Charles Correa. The building was in the ship shape because it was just beside the Dadar beach. So from seaside it can look like a ship, and that's why it became as a landmark as this. And when it started in Dadar, building construction started in 1963. 1966 the building was ready. Then the college from Andheri shifted to Dadar.
Okay, very good. So it's very interesting to note that Mr. Cyril Belford Smith, he was the founder principal of this institution also. So this is another thing that we share. And around the late 60s only, I think the baton was passed on to Babu Jagjeevan Ram, who inaugurated our building here. So it's a very interesting story, and viewers, now we are at a stage wherein the hospitality education in our country is very fragmented. There is National Council for Hotel Management, 90 odd institutions affiliated to that. There are many universities offering these programs. There is so many skill initiatives under various schemes. Now, how do you look at the hospitality education scenario now?
I will try to go back from the history, because if we want to look at the future, we must know what the history is. Absolutely. And how we can go ahead. So as I said, that the whole thing was divided on the basis of PPP model to prepare youth to take up those outlets and operate it from there. And that time the question came, what syllabus to be followed, who will what. And then since Mr. Cyril Belford Smith sir was from UK, so his wife, so it was like Miss Emma Sampson from Lady Irwin College, she was deputed to make the syllabus. So she made syllabus for food production.
Right.
Then Mrs. Belfred Smith made syllabus for accommodation operation. Mr. Smith himself was F&B background, so he made syllabus for this. And Mr. Pacey Shaw, again Faryaz Hotels
Very
promoter,
famous personality.
they made syllabus for management, economics and finance. And that's how it started. So when I read memorabilia of Mrs. Thangam Philip, she was mentioning that we were sitting in the lawn after class hours and Mr. Belfred Smith came. He said the ministry has agreed to open three more hotel management institutes.
Okay.
That till that time it was known as Catering College. So first college was Pusa, and Mr. Belfred Smith in 1963 shifted from IHM, like Dadar Catering College to
Delhi.
And Pusa was the first institute of hotel management.
Correct.
In it, then Dadar Catering College being converted to IHM Mumbai.
Okay.
So that's why people say IHM Pusa is first. So that, but basically it is nothing. We are part of one. Only thing how one named and when.
Absolutely.
That was more important. And when the first syllabus came, it was more on the UK, United Kingdom, European school syllabus.
Right.
Then Mrs. Thangam Philip went on fellowship to study in USA. When she came back, she modified it to match UK and USA, both this. But as per the need of the Asian countries, the focus was more on skill development. Right. Because we were preparing manpower for to work at the ground level. Absolutely. And even if today, if you see all over Europe, the maximum worker you find on ground level is the Asian people. Absolutely. Managerial you find different countries, but still that. And as you very rightly said, today the education in India, hospitality education especially, is so much fragmented. Like National Council 3 years, AICT 4 years, then foreign universities 2 years here, 2 years there, hybrid mode, and then lots of institutes started 1 year programs. Right. Students are also very much interested to go on JN visa. They go for 1 year sponsorship and come back. So so many things are happening. Yes. When in the basket you have lots of fruits, people choose as per their choice. Absolutely. That is there. So everything is good as long as the industry is ready to accept the trained manpower. But today the situation is manpower is going outside for further studies, to work, and Indian hotel industry is still lacking to nurture the talent they require. That is the scenario today.
No, I think you have touched a very important point. Industry complains that they don't have competent manpower. We are at the other end, we are complaining that our students are not getting very good career breakthroughs. Now there seems to be some problem actually. Probably industry and the academia is not on the same page. What is wrong? And another important thing what I feel is that many industries people, many companies, large companies, they are forced to start their own institutions, especially to cater to the skill manpower needs for themselves. So wasn't it necessary for us to start?
See, there are two things. If we see the past scenario and today's scenario, today many of the students are studying for degree. They are not looking for the career.
Right.
Because they are looking for different aspects. Like once I have this degree, then I will be, this is their future plans. And the parents are also more conscious and cautious about the degree. दे से नहीं बेटा पहले तो MBA कर ले, नहीं मास्टर हो जाएगा तब फिर जॉब में आना. At that time, because what happens if you see our intake 18 to 22, because that is the time, that is the age you can mold somebody's mind. Once he crosses in, then he is thinking about his own different planning.
Absolutely.
Their students' main complaint, hotel industry doesn't pay much. I agree to certain extent, but the main thing you have to look at career versus money. So in hotel industry, those who are sitting on the top now, they all started from ekdam scratch level. They earned their experiences. With that, they rose. Right.
Couldn't
even
be
we
more
started
right,
from
yes.
the same.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Here, today's generation wants to start is directly at the top. The problem, the conflict comes because in hospitality, the motto is if you cannot do it, you cannot get it done from others.
Absolutely.
Right. So here, until unless I don't know how to clean this particular chair, I cannot get it done from others because he will do, but I am not able to examine with my those experienced eyes. So the
Absolutely.
detailing is missing.
Absolutely.
And for that, 2-3 reasons. Large number of students, the personal mentoring and monitoring is missing. In industry, lots of coming as industrial training, and industrial training, instead of nurturing the talent, industry is using them as a labor. So if they are nurtured there, they can be involved in the hotel and they will love to be part of that. Instead of that, when they are being used as a labor, they said, oh, I'm paying fees for just to be this. So they just move. So it is from both the side, like a large number of students joining hotels as industrial training, where they are left in the hand of lower management or the supervisors. For the namesake, HR head or L&T head is taking one of the trial class or 1 or 2 classes, but HODs doesn't have time to nurture the talent, and that is dissociating students of hospitality institutions to go to the hotel, because today the options are to retail sector is there, standalone restaurants are there, airline crews are there, cruise ships are there, then your hospitals are there. Today all the hospitals, barring medical, paramedical, security, maintenance, you have everything like a 5-star hotel. And all the hotels are, even the hotels have the chefs, hospitals have the chefs who is managing. Then many of the in Apollo Kolkata, Devashish Debuda is the CEO of Apollo Hospital, again IHM Kolkata alumni. So the thing is, it makes lots of, because we have so much field option, because our students are extrovert, they are not bookish. So where the floor management comes, all the retail sector prefer IHM students. They want, once I asked one of the HR head, why you choose hotel management students for your floor shops into mall?
Absolutely.
Then he said, for floor shops, HM students are expert. They are extrovert, they can go and
The soft skills that they are
soft
carrying,
skills are there, they are extrovert, they can talk to client, they can discuss anything. MBA or BBA students, they are very good in the back of the office. They do all the logistics. On computer they can work, but in front of the guests, HMO is required.
Absolutely.
Because of the grooming, because of the communication, because of the presentation.
Absolutely.
That is our USP. So industry need to nurture this talent. That is what I feel.
So 2 points, you have clarified them beautifully. One is academia and industry kind of interface. And the second thing, that our general programs or the flagship program, which is BSc and even the MSc programs, there are many more industries which are vying for these soft skill equipped people. And for that reason, they are poaching them away from the core hospitality sector. Now, for a moment, if we see that we have to nurture the hospitality industry, we are after all, established by the government, and government has got very ambitious plans for development of the hospitality industry. Well, they need to develop retail and other sectors as well. So then in this case, we have got other programs also, wherein I think people with more conviction enter. I am talking about the diploma programs. Somebody who joins the diploma food production or diploma food service or diploma housekeeping, now these people are pretty sure that what they want to do upon graduation. Would it be appropriate for us to pay more attention to these programs if we really want to serve the hospitality industry rather than the generalized programs?
Okay. I might take this. We are developing people for hospitality industry, not specifically for the hotels.
Okay.
So because we all are hospitable, and even we are managing hospitals. So for hospitality, we are preparing students and students are taking over. Wherefore, the question of hotels come. It is, they also need to come up with a specific requirement. What is happening when you see the campus interviews? They are choosing students in bulk for skill like hotel operation trainee and this trainee. Again, after 3 years of course, putting his effort, when hotel is again offering him his training, then why is somebody take? And training is, if it is only for 3 months, somebody can join. But if you say no, it is 2 years hotel operation training, why somebody will try to put his 2 years further?
Absolutely.
Without any commitment of his growth plan.
Absolutely.
That is the major challenge a hotel has to take up. They need to have the proper growth plan when they are selecting the people and share it with the students. Plus, with the institute, like we have many hotel industry people sitting on our platform, our syllabus committee also guiding us, mentioning us. But the question is, what is doing here? Are the, as I said, industrial training is the key point. It is mid. 1 साल कॉलेज में करने के बाद वो होटल जा रहा है, फिर आके 1 साल कर रहा है. तो सारा मोटिवेशन जो है वो 6 महीने के अंदर है, 17 हफ्ते के अंदर है. अगर हमने उसको अच्छी तरह एड्रेस किया है तो बच्चा हमेशा घूम के होटल में जाएगा. हम वहीं पे बच्चों को, अपने स्टूडेंट्स को प्लस और माइनस में घुसा देते हैं, क्योंकि जब बच्चा यहाँ एडमिशन लेता है वो मेंटली प्रिपेयर्ड होता है कि मैं होटल में जा रहा हूँ. वो उसका ग्लैमर देख के आया होता है, उसका हार्ड वर्क देख के नहीं आता है.
मेरे ख्याल से ये बहुत अच्छा आपने इंसाइट दिया है कि शायद जो इंडस्ट्रियल एक्सपोजर होटल्स में जो सेकंड ईयर में जा रहे हैं स्टूडेंट्स, वो मेक और ब्रेक है.
मेक और ब्रेक.
वहीं डिसवेड होके आ रहे हैं लोग कि हॉस्पिटैलिटी में और भी जहान है होटल के अलावा.
होटल के अलावा.
बिल्कुल ठीक है.
और दूसरी चीज़ क्या है, आज की डेट में उनको यूरोपियन कंट्रीज़ या दूसरी कंट्रीज़ में इतनी ऑफर्स, आप अगर देखो, आप एज अ प्रिंसिपल कम से कम 10 एजेंसी आपको अप्रोच करती होगी. आई वांट टू एड्रेस द स्टूडेंट्स फॉर दिस कॉलेज एडमिशन, दैट होटल एडमिशन, दैट इंटर्नशिप, दैट स्कॉलरशिप. It means in IHM Mumbai, I think every week I receive 4 to 5 agencies coming. So if we do not give them permission to make presentation here, but they reach out to the students through different social media, and that disrupt the total thought process.
मिस्टर श्रीवास्तव, सिर्फ फर्दर एजुकेशन वाले एजेंसीज नहीं, लेटली NSDC के मार्फत और वैसे भी जर्मनी से उनके अलग अलग शहरों के चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स के लोग यहाँ आए हैं.
Yes.
ये देखने के लिए कि कैसे हम हॉस्पिटैलिटी में ट्रेनिंग दे रहे हैं, हॉस्पिटैलिटी से भी ज़्यादा उनका फूड प्रोसेसिंग में कैसे दे रहे हैं, फूड प्रोडक्शन में. और जापान से भी ऐसे हमारे पास आ चुके हैं लोग. तो मुझे लगता है कि जो डेवलप्ड वर्ल्ड की डेमोग्राफिक्स है, उनको अपने हॉस्पिटैलिटी इंडस्ट्री सस्टेन करने के लिए हमारे जैसे मुल्कों से मैन पावर चाहिए.
बिल्कुल सर.
तो इस वजह से मेरे ख्याल है आने वाले समय में काफ़ी स्वर्णिम रहेगा जो लोग एंटर करेंगे.
मैं कह रहा हूँ सर, आने वाला 10 साल हॉस्पिटैलिटी और होटल इंडस्ट्री के लिए ही है. आप जिस तरीके से देखें कि जिस हिसाब से आप जितने भी इंटरनेशनल ब्रांड्स हैं इन्वेस्टिंग इन इंडिया, पहले हमारे गिन चुन के 4 इंडियन ब्रांड्स होते थे, ओबरॉयज, ITDC, ताज एंड ITC. इसके अलावा कुछ नहीं था. आज के डेट में यू नेम एनी ब्रांड, इंटरनेशनल ब्रांड, इट इज इन इंडिया, एंड नॉट ओनली इन A क्लास सिटी और मेट्रो सिटीज, इवन द B क्लास सिटीज दे आर देयर. सो इट इज़ गोइंग. पहले क्या होता था कि हम किसी शहर में जाते थे तो यहाँ पे रहने के लिए कोई रिश्तेदार देखते थे. अब क्या है कि हम होटल प्रेफर करते हैं, रिश्तेदार से एक बार जाके डिनर पे मिलिए या लंच पे मिलिए, दैट इज़ व्हाट इट है. तो द कंसेप्ट इज चेंज, एवरीबडी लुक्स फॉर पर्सनल फ्रीडम. तो इसलिए हॉस्पिटैलिटी इंडस्ट्री या होटल इंडस्ट्री, मैं हॉस्पिटैलिटी से यूज़ कर रहा हूँ कि मैं सिर्फ होटल को नहीं देख रहा हूँ, होटल के साथ रेस्टोरेंट्स, स्टैंड QSR है, स्टैंड ओलन रेस्टोरेंट्स है, दे आर ऑल्सो डूइंग बूमिंग बिजनेसेस. देन आपका पूरा ट्रांसपोर्ट है, अगर मैं कहीं शहर में जाता हूँ ट्रेवल एजेंसीज हैं, टैक्सीज हैं, दैट इज़ ऑल्सो. देन योर इवेंट प्लानर्स, वेडिंग प्लानर्स, इवेंट मैनेजमेंट, इट इज़ ऑल रिलेटेड टू हॉस्पिटैलिटी. तो कहते हैं लॉट्स ऑफ स्कोप हैज़ कम। तो अब हर सेक्टर को अपने हिसाब से टैलेंट ग्रैब करके उनको नर्चर करना पड़ेगा। देन ओनली होटल्स कैन से कि यस आई एम हैविंग द बेस्ट, बिकॉज होटल्स आर नॉट प्रॉब्लम इज नॉट selecting the people, problem is joining and retaining.
Retaining is a challenge.
That is the challenge. Absolutely. Which industry has to address. Where we talk about the quality of the students are motivated, they are hardworking, but if you go in any new circumstances, एक स्टूडेंट क्लास की तरह जाके जब होटल में जाता है, he needs 3 to 4 months to get adjusted with the working environment of the place. Or if he does not get good treatment, he just moves to other.
Absolutely.
So attrition is very high. Retention is a challenge which industry has to look at and address.
अच्छा, इसमें मैं एक और बात में आपका व्यूज़ जानना चाहूँगा। अभी न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी जो है, नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी 2020 जो है, इम्प्लीमेंटेशन के फेज़ में है। नेशनल काउंसिल नया सिलेबस वगैरह फ्रेम कर रहा है। ये कितना दूरगामी रहेगा, इसके क्या अच्छे और चैलेंजेस क्या रहेंगे इसमें?
सर, न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में मैं बहुत सी पॉजिटिविटी देखता हूँ। पहली चीज़ कि अगर कोई लड़का फर्स्ट ईयर में एडमिशन लिया है, किसी भी वजह से वो सेकेंड ईयर के बाद कंटिन्यू नहीं कर सकता, एटलीस्ट ही इज़ हैविंग डिप्लोमा इन हैंड टू वर्क। दूसरी चीज़, एट एनी एज, एट द लेटर स्टेज, ही कैन कम बैक एंड ज्वाइन एंड कंप्लीट हिज डिग्री।
बिल्कुल।
So you are not present if you 3 years, if you have not continued, you will be out of system. Out of system, then for degree he has to start from zero again.
Scratch,
So the advantage if to the students. Number 2, lots of activities like your social activities are there. Your so apart from the skill training which we are giving, we are making them more and more social about awareness about social welfares.
Correct.
That is something positive which our country need. Social issues need to be addressed by the youth.
बिल्कुल।
If they are not aware of it, they can not look at. So yoga is one of the mental, because that is for health and fitness is important. And if healthy mind for healthy body and healthy body for hard work which we have to do, so it is all related.
No,
that's
absolutely.
what I say.
I couldn't agree more.
So कहते for a student, if you see, he is not losing his career कि यार मैं इस 2 साल फेल हो गया, या मैं पढ़ नहीं पाया, मैं एग्जाम नहीं दे पाया, तो मेरा तो ये 3 साल बर्बाद चला गया, मेरी फीस बर्बाद हो गई।
नहीं, मॉड्यूलरिटी से मतलब you are getting away with something in your hand.
In your hand, and there is option also you come back.
You can come back and always, मतलब क्या है कि in pieces also you can complete your education. मतलब you can complete it as and when you need it.
No, so I don't have much money, so I after diploma means 2 years, I can go and work in the hotel for 3 years, and then I earn money, and I can spend. I can be self-sponsored student instead of depending on my father's money to pay fees, and I am studying.
Absolutely.
So that is.
और अभी एक जो नया है सारे IHMs में, जवाहरलाल नेहरू यूनिवर्सिटी जो वेरी हाई रैंकिंग यूनिवर्सिटी है, उसकी डिग्री IHM में पढ़ने वाले स्टूडेंट्स को जो मिलनी है, तो उससे क्या फ़र्क देखते हैं आप? मतलब कितना पॉजिटिव है ये इस एजुकेशन के लिए?
देखिए, डिग्री विल सर्टेनली क्रिएट मोर इंटरेस्ट, और स्पेशली JNU की है तो लोग एकदम से अच्छा JNU, तो एक स्पार्क comes because of their reputation. And obviously the reputation के साथ monitoring भी आती है। तो अगर आप देखें तो ये हमारा पहला साल था, उसमें हमने बहुत से नई चीज़ों को इंट्रोड्यूस भी किया, सीखा भी कि अगर बच्चा फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर मिस करता है तो उसको री एडमिशन के लिए आना पड़ेगा सेकेंड सेमेस्टर, तो ये एक अच्छा है, सो दैट वी आर गोइंग टुवर्ड्स द क्वालिटी कंट्रोल विच इज़ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। इंस्टेड ऑफ मास वी विल हैव द क्लास कमिंग आउट ऑफ इट।
बिल्कुल। और मेरे ख्याल है एब्सोल्यूट मार्क्स के बजाय जो ग्रेडिंग का इसके अंदर है इवैल्यूएशन, वो भी बहुत स्टूडेंट के हक में है। So things are rosy for
see now the focus is more on the students, not on the teacher. See, today when we were a student, the study was total teacher focused. Right. Today each student has information available on different social media platform. चाहे वो या वाईपीडिया पे देख ले, या वो गूगल पे देख ले, या यूट्यूब पे एवरीबडी इज़ एन एक्सपर्ट, बट कहते इट इज़ द इंफॉर्मेशन. So there is a big difference between information and knowledge. You can gather the information, but when you make it applicable, then it becomes the knowledge. And that application will happen only in the institute. Because अगर YouTube पे मैंने प्याज भूनना तो देख लिया कि वो ब्राउन, अब ब्राउन में भी अलग अलग कलर है. So until unless you don't know कि what actual texture you are going to have it, you cannot be. तो आप YouTube पे पढ़ के बहुत अच्छे कुक हो सकते हैं, लेकिन सब्जेक्ट की नॉलेज नहीं हो सकती, क्योंकि व्हेन वी टीच वी टॉक अबाउट इट्स हिस्ट्री, वी टॉक अबाउट इट्स न्यूट्रिशियस वैल्यू, वी टॉक अबाउट प्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ डिफरेंट फूड एंड वाई. सो दैट इज़ वाई. So we students have lots of information. They have information, so we have to revive our teaching pattern. We need to become more and more mentoring and guiding instead of just teaching. So we have to upgrade ourselves for the mentoring. That will create more generation.
Very rightly said. And since we are coming to a close of this particular episode, before we say goodbye, I would like to learn, what grand festivities are planned for the Platinum Jubilee celebration of IHM Mumbai. We are all excited. It's like an elder sister institution for us. And what are the big festivities planned?
See, for Platinum Jubilee, we are completing 70 years of existence, and that is a big stage for any of the institutions. So for that, all our alumni, past alumni, those who achieved certain parameters, or they reached somewhere, like if I talk about Param Kannimpalli, he introduced ecotourism into Indian hospitality. Then we have Shatri Basu, who was the first female bartender of India. Right. So then we have first sommelier of women's sommelier of India, Sonal Holland.
So you are honoring them.
We are honoring that. We are giving them Achievers Award. Those who pass out before 80. 63 to 80.
Right.
We are giving them Hall of Fame award, because many of them are retired and they are enjoying their life. So it is kind of lifetime achievement for them, Hall of Fame.
Absolutely.
And those who are still working, and so we are giving them Achievers Award. In that category, we have many, it is in 4 categories. One is corporate, like those who reach to vice president or corporate ladder higher. One is chefs category, special chefs, where our Michelin star chefs from IHM Mumbai are being honored. Then one is academic, where who came into academics and reached to say. And one category is other than hospitality. Other than hospitality, pass out from hotel in Dadar Catering College, IHM Mumbai, and now he performed like Karan Singh Grover is there, Terence choreographer is there, then so many other
even
people.
Ali Asghar,
Ali Asghar was there, he did 1 year diploma from there. So there are so many, so we are honoring them also. And then main thing is, for any institutions, their faculty, those who made the institution, is very, very important. So the past is like any IHM Mumbai student, you ask who taught you food production, they will say Chef Kolo. That so like no, Chef Kolo is no more here, but whosoever part of that journey, or worked in the institute for 30 plus years and developed the generation, we are honoring them with the Pillars of IHM Mumbai award. So all these renowned faculty, those who in the memory, because the faculty lives in the memory of the student for their lifetime.
Absolutely.
So that is how it is.
Wonderful. So we all look forward to the grand
yes, my invitation to your entire team to be part of it. That is will be, so both of us will be together.
Right. Thank you. And viewers, IHM Mumbai, IHM Delhi, Pusa, we are 2 sister institutions. We are together in most of the things. Our offerings are the same. Just that we are 2 of the oldest institutions, and we are both proud of
our lineage, our alumni,
the legacy that we have, and the people associated with our institution. They have one Padam Shri. This institution has another Padam Shri. And it's a very good badge, and we are proud of the legacy of other
Our
institutions.
yes.
Right?
And being together also.
Being together as well. So I wish you all the best for the grand celebrations, and thank you very much for finding the time to be present here in IHM Pusa.
Thank you, Mr. Pant, and I'm looking forward to host your team also, and maybe we can have many program of student exchange to develop their more togetherness.
Certainly. I look forward to that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.